If you're someone who is struggling with completing their goals, getting things done, or just having any sort of ambition, you could be struggling for mental health. And as a man, that's very important to have your mental health right. Otherwise, your ambitions, your growth, and all of that will be stumped. You won't be able to grow as fast. You won't be able to succeed. You won't be able to do the things you want to do. You won't be able to get the girl because of your mental health. And it's very important to take care of your mental health, because if you take care of your mental health, everything else will just come together much easier. A lot of people neglect their mental health, and they don't realize how important it really is, or that they even have mental health issues. They don't go to the gym, they don't take care of themselves, they don't meditate, they don't journal. These are all things that are crucial to improving your mental health, and these are things that we've been doing as a human species for hundreds and thousands of years. The reason I'm making this video today is because I want to advocate for people to take care of their mental health, and I want to give them actionable steps in how to do so. So, for example, mental health could be fucking up your game at school, your game with girls, your game with whatever you're trying to succeed at. And you may not even realize it, because it could be subtle. It could be just as you're not getting enough sleep, you're not working out, you think of yourself a certain way, you have low self-esteem. And I'm going to give you some ways on how to get better at that. So number one is going to be meditation. Meditation is crucial, and we've been doing it for hundreds of years, maybe even thousands of years. And it is very important. It lets you get your thoughts out. It lets you think. And a lot of people, especially teenage boys and teenagers in general, numb their brain with their phone. You've heard of the iPad kids, right? The kids who are always on their iPad. They're never actually able to think, because they're constantly numbing their brain with this technology and tablet or phone or whatever. The technology is like a human pacifier. It's just something to stuff your brain with, and it's neglecting everything you're actually thinking. So by meditating, you're going to alleviate a lot of the damage that technology has done to your brain by just sitting in a room and doing nothing, just focusing on the breath and letting your mind ease. There's this really famous quote. I don't know who it's by, but I know the quote. It says that majority of man's problems come from him not being able to sit in a room alone for 5 minutes. I think it's a huge part of what's causing a lot of mental health issues in young boys and people in general. So I think that's something you could easily implement into your life. It's literally just sitting and focusing on your breath, and start for like 5 minutes, work your way up, maybe even get up to like 30 one day, but just do it. Make it something you do every day, just to work on yourself, take care of yourself. And I promise you, you are not going to feel like anything the first day or two. You're going to feel this over a period of time. It's like working out. Just by working out once, you're not going to get the body you want. It's a practice. A practice is something that you develop over time. And over time, you're going to get these benefits of meditation, and it's going to lead to a healthier, happier life. So my next tip for taking care of your mental health is going to be exercise. And I know you've heard this a million times, but you don't do it. If you honestly have mental health issues and you don't work out, what are you doing? This is literally so stupid. It's so blatant that it helps us. We're meant to be out in the wild hunting. We developed and evolved to be hunting in the wild. But if you're just sitting at home, fucking sitting in Discord or playing video games, not doing shit, of course you're gonna be mentally ill. Of course you're gonna. If you didn't feel, there'd be a problem if you didn't feel mentally ill. You should go out and exercise. Put your body in self-induced suffering. It's gonna make your life so much easier, and you're gonna have less anxiety. You're gonna live a happier life. And everything is just going to be better for you if you just work out. And I know you've heard a million times, like, oh, work out. But actually fucking do it. Like, commit yourself to 1 month working out. Do a little bit of cardio, lift weights, do whatever you have to do. Just do it consistently. Because a lot of people, they make the mistake of going into the gym and having this intense ass workout for one day or a couple times a week for like a week. But they never come back. They never stick with it, and they never see results. If you're going to the gym for results, you're not going to be in there long. You have to be in there because you like it, or force yourself to like it. Mike Tyson says that discipline is forcing yourself to like the things you hate doing. And if you're not going to the gym, I'm guessing that's going to be one of them. But I'm telling you, you're going to live a happier, healthier life if you just work out. Develop a workout routine and stick with it consistently. This is something that should be with you for the rest of your life. So please take that into account if you're having mental health issues. My next thing for mental health is going to be journaling. Now this next one may seem weird and like not too mainstream and not too like doesn't make that much sense, but I'm telling you, if you're having constant thoughts, if your brain turns against you, and I'm someone who's an overthinker and I'm constantly having bad thoughts, and at least I used to. As of late, I've been really confident and really good, but I'm someone who gets like really bad thoughts, overthinks about things, gets like insecurities and things like that. But what really got me through that was journaling. And I think journaling, it has to be pen and paper. You don't have to be weird about it and write like a little girl, like Dear Diary. No, you don't have to do that shit. Just write down what you did in that day. Write down the things that are bothering you. Write down the things that you're grateful for. And I'm telling you, it's going to make a big difference. We'll get into gratitude in a little bit. That's a little bit separate from this. I want to make this the main focus of writing down what you did in your day and writing down what you could do better and what's causing you trouble. But the main thing is what's causing you trouble, because when you write something down that bothers you, it stays in the paper and doesn't come back to your head, and it alleviates a lot of stress. It may come back, but just writing it down is just going to alleviate and let go of the thought. It's really helpful. I know it sounds crazy, and I know it doesn't make any sense, like physically, but I'm telling you, spiritually, this is something that's going to help you out. Writing down what bothers you, why it bothers you, what you did that day, what you could do about it, it's just going to help you. And I'm telling you, once you start writing for like consistently, like I said, all of these have to stay consistent, right? You can't just do these once and expect to see results. If you really truly want to get to a healthier, better place, you have to start caring for yourself, taking care of yourself, and doing these things that seem uncomfortable. Pushing yourself out of your comfort zone is going to do numbers on your self-improvement journey. So writing down the things that bother you, that are giving you anxiety, and then just leaving them be. That's going to get me in the next part. It's going to be writing down the things you're grateful for. You always have something to be grateful for, even if you just get to live another day. That is something to be grateful for. And the more we are grateful for things, the more we learn to appreciate life and appreciate the things we have versus what we don't have. Because our mind is constantly thinking, what don't we have? What don't we have? It's our hunter-gatherer brain looking for, what could I have next? What do I need? What do I need to survive? But you can quiet that voice down and let it have less power and anxiety over you if you just learn to be grateful. Write down every day 5 things you're grateful for, and they can't be the same thing. They have to be very different. And you have to be grateful for like really weird shit, like fucking, I'm grateful for this bag clip, shit like that you'd never realize that you were grateful for. And you have to learn to be grateful for these things, because it's gonna get you out of that rut. It's gonna get you in the mindset of gratitude versus of need and want and not having. So gratitude's super important. And honestly, if you look at every religion, major religion, has some form of gratitude in it, whether it be Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism. Like, look at any religion, I'm sure they have some form of gratitude. It's powerful. It's something that we've had as humans for thousands of years. Like, learning to be grateful for what you have, looking at things that you have that others may not have, even if it's just your life, even if it's just your right and left arm. Some people don't have that. Some people are in a wheelchair. Some people have shitty ass lives. Some people have shitty parents. There's always something that you can be grateful for. And the earlier you take the time to be grateful for that, the better it'll be. And don't just take it from me, like literally, like there's TED Talks of scientists talking about this shit. There's so many different people that just say, so many different famous, successful people say that gratitude is very powerful. Don't sleep on gratitude, guys. I'm telling you, write down 5 things you're grateful for every day. Learn to do this. And it's such a simple thing. You can easily write 5 things you're grateful for. Like I said, it has to be, it can be anything. Anything. It could be the fucking speck on the ground. It could be a flower you saw in the field. It could be a freaking wood chip you saw on the ground. It could be anything that it helps you and improves your life and you're not appreciating. So for our last tip to help you out with your mental health, it's gonna be sleep. And everybody knows it, but a lot of people don't know a lot about it. Some say that you need around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But are you really getting that? I mean, let's say you're trying to go to sleep. You go to sleep like at, I don't know, 10 p.m. You want to wake up at 6. Okay, that's perfect, right? I'm not doing the math right now. If I'm wrong, listen, fucking correct me in the comments. I don't care. But let's say you need 8 hours of sleep. Right when you go to bed and lay down to start your 8 hours of sleep, you're not immediately asleep. Your brain's going to take some time to wind down and relax before you go to sleep. So you have to account for that. You also have to account for blue light and not being on your phone. Learn to, like, I'm sure you've heard this sometimes, don't go on your phone before you go to bed, but actually fucking do it, or turn the blue light filter on. I don't care if your screen looks yellow, just do it. and go to fucking bed early. Take some melatonin and set a right schedule. Like it's honestly, a lot of people like to overcomplicate sleep. Like it's super fucking hard, but honestly just go to bed earlier and wake up at the same time every day. Then you won't even need an alarm to wake up for work or whatever you have to do. Your body will automatically just wake you up. But if you're not getting enough sleep, it's obviously going to deteriorate your mental health. Sleep is so important. I think everybody knows that, but I think somebody just needs to tell you to go to fucking sleep earlier. Like honestly, just do it. It's not that fucking hard, and it's the easiest thing you could do tonight. You could do this tonight and it would significantly improve your mental health, but you're not doing that because you're not taking care of yourself. And I'm here to tell you, you need to take care of yourself if you want your mental health to improve, if you want your quality of life to improve. All aspects of your life will improve if you just get to 7, 8 hours of quality sleep, right? Another big thing is caffeine. Like, don't take caffeine too late in the day if you know it's going to affect your sleep. I don't care what you're doing. Just learn to bear through with it. It can be hard if you're addicted to it. I'm coming off of that now. I'm like 1 month off energy drinks, so I understand the struggle, but you have to understand that nothing good comes without sacrifice. So for a lot of addicts, it's going to be that period of withdrawal that's going to need to happen for them to feel normal again after they stop taking whatever is causing their addiction. But that's been it, guys. I just wanted to talk about mental health and teach you what I know about mental health to pass on the message to take care of yourself, because once you learn to take care of yourself, you learn to love yourself, and once you love yourself, you allow other people to love you. You can't love anyone unless you truly love yourself. So learn to love yourselves, guys, and the world would just love you back. I know it sounds cringy and corny, but it's the truth, and I'm just here to tell you guys what I think, what I know, what I think is true, and what I think can help other people out. Like, I wish I had a lot of people tell me this shit way earlier on in my life. I never had any of this information until a couple years ago. I wish I had this growing up, but now you have this information now, so go out and do your best to implement that into your daily lives. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.